Before delving into the details of Jeffrey Dahmer's life and actions, let me first offer my sincerest condolences to the families and loved ones of his victims. The pain and trauma caused by such a heinous act are unimaginable, and my heart goes out to those affected. Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dahmer's childhood was marked by a difficult family life and a growing fascination with death and violence. Dahmer's parents had a tumultuous relationship, with his father often being absent and his mother suffering from mental health issues. As a child, Dahmer was a loner and struggled to make friends, often retreating into his own world and obsessing over dead animals he found in the woods. As he grew older, Dahmer's fascination with death and violence intensified. He began drinking heavily and experimenting with drugs, and his behavior became increasingly erratic. In 1978, after his parents' divorce, Dahmer dropped out of college and moved in with his grandmother. It was during this time that he committed his first murder, picking up a hitchhiker and killing him in his grandmother's basement. Over the next several years, Dahmer continued to commit gruesome murders, targeting young men and boys and engaging in acts of necrophilia and cannibalism. He would often lure his victims to his apartment, where he would drug them and then strangle them. He then dismembered their bodies and disposed of the remains. Dahmer's crimes went undetected for years, and it wasn't until 1991 that he was finally caught by police. He was sentenced to multiple life terms in prison, but was beaten to death by a fellow inmate in 1994. Jeffrey Dahmer's actions have been the subject of much speculation and analysis from a psychological perspective. Some experts have suggested that he exhibited traits of psychopathy, a personality disorder characterized by a lack of empathy, remorse, and impulse control. Others have pointed to his troubled childhood and history of substance abuse as potential contributing factors. Dahmer's behavior, which included the murder and dismemberment of 17 young men and boys, as well as acts of necrophilia and cannibalism, is often seen as indicative of a deep-seated pathology. His crimes suggest a profound disregard for the humanity of others, as well as a willingness to engage in acts of extreme violence and degradation. Some experts have suggested that Dahmer's behavior may have been influenced by childhood trauma, including his parents' divorce and his father's frequent absences. Others have pointed to his struggles with his own sexuality and feelings of isolation and loneliness as potential factors. However, it is important to note that while there may be factors that contributed to Dahmer's behavior, it is ultimately difficult to fully understand the complexities of his mind and motivations. Serial killers often defy easy categorization and diagnosis, and it is crucial that we continue to study and learn from their behavior in order to prevent future tragedies. Overall, the case of Jeffrey Dahmer serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can exist within the human psyche, and highlights the importance of understanding and addressing the complex social and psychological factors that contribute to violent behavior. My personal belief: I think Dahmer was extremely affected by his mother leaving him all the time. This is why he feared that his victims would leave him. He never wanted them to leave, and sadly he thought he could control this by way of murder. Let me know your theories in the comments. My sincere condolences to the families that were affected by this monster.